What's going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all safe, y'all chilling, and y'all wearing your mask. For real, wear your mask. Amen. Amen. So today's video, as y'all can see from the thumbnail, we talking about the homie Gogeta's neutral. So this is the main thing people been wondering about. How is this neutral? What does he do in neutral? You know, etc. So without further ado, we just gonna go and get right into it, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. So let's roll it. So the first thing we're gonna start off with is his double dash, his double air dash. So for people that don't know, you know, regular characters, for example, when you jump like this, you see how I double jump? I can't jump, do nothing again. Gogeta, he can do this and then get an extra air dash. No other character has that. I believe Golden Frieza do, but Golden Frieza, you know, so Gogeta the only one that has that, and that's actually pretty useful. So when, like, the reason it's really useful is in neutral, when you see somebody jumping back, for example, they can't jump no more. So the only way is down from there. Only thing you can do is try to super jump, super dash or mash vanish or whatever the case may be. Your options are very limited when you don't have no extra jumps until you know, actually hit the ground again. So that makes, so I give an example real quick. I just set Gotenks to do this. So like this, for somebody like Broly, and I would miss. When you double jump like that, you can't float around no more. You can't move. So somebody like Broly, he can do EX air grab, or, you know, he can do something like once he see you land, then he catch your like landing frames, and then command grab you, like stuff like that. So basically Gogeta, he got a little bit more room to kind of wiggle out of situations with this extra jump. So now, you know, he can of course go into different things or just kind of navigate around the screen a little bit better than, you know, the average character. So his movement with that is like pretty good, and in combination with his 5S, which is the next thing we're gonna go ahead and segue into, makes it really good. So his 5S is actually, pretty good. It's probably your main thing you're gonna be using with him in neutral, because this move, so it tracks. It just tracks towards the opponent. The distance is not too bad, about right here. So it ain't too bad. And then the good thing about this move is, you know, if it hit, you can just, you don't even have to worry about if it hit, honestly. You could just go into this and then, oh, I forgot it ain't a true block string. So for the sake of showing you what I'm talking about, I just put on guard all. So you can go into something like this and then, you know, go into your assist. And this is the light version. So only the light version and the EX version combos from 5S. Medium version is a little too slow, so it won't work. So a lot of times in neutral, you're gonna be doing this. And of course, in this case with EX, you plus, so that's just a free way to get in. And like I say, in combination with the air dash, you know, you can kind of, you know, navigate your way in and, you know, do whatever. And the good thing about his 5S too, in combination with the overhead kick, if they in the air, it jails. See, I'm letting go of block already. If you look at my inputs, see, I got hit there. See, I'm holding forward, it jails. So you can easily just kind of, you know, steal a turn that way But be careful when you're doing 5S this close. Sometimes it can just, that'll happen. They be right below you, and then, you know, it happens more often than you think, because you just be so hell-bent on just using 5S that sometimes you'll kind of lose track of where you at while the opponent is moving around, and then you end up whiffing, and then you end up dying for it. So use this 5S. 5S is really good. And of course, you know, let me go to it. You know, if you're already in level 7, this works. Now imagine, you know, you just did that to somebody in neutral. So, and you can also, you know, sneak in doing a super dash. Because, you know, like when you super dash, that's another thing about, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, his air dash. So, you know, when people double jump and then they super dash, you can't jump back normally. But Gogeta, he got that extra jump back where he can actually, you know, backdash. So like in a case like this, you try the 2H and then it would work. Let me set the computer to do it so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe that's just Gogeta's 2H. Let me see, Go Tanks. That's what I'm looking for. So, as you can see, I guess that varies from character to character, but you know, just a little something to know. That ain't nothing you abuse. But on to the next thing, Super Dash. You know, Super Dash is universal, but you know, we gotta include it because Gogeta will definitely be using Super Dash a lot. So Super Dash is real good because he can go right into his EX and, you know, get a nice little knockdown, you know, nice pressure afterwards. So Super Dash is really good, and of course, you know, you can go into assists and whatever you want to do. So Super Dash is Super Dash. So next thing is his level up. Now his level up, obviously he not hitting you, but the level up in my opinion is kind of like a mental stack on your opponent. I know it from experience, I'm sure y'all do too. When you see Gogeta full screen like this, you don't want to see him level up. So you're gonna try to do stuff, you know, and in my case, Super Dash, even though that's like ridiculous to do full screen, but it's just the fact that you don't want to see Gogeta level up, especially to level 7. So, and especially with assists, and you just keep leveling up like this, it makes the opponent kind of get antsy. They want to vanish probably, or Super Dash. So even though he not hitting you, it kind of forces the opponent to do something, because if they don't do nothing, obviously you're gonna get the level 7 and then they explode. So level up is actually pretty good full screen, especially when you're doing a knockdown and, you know, things like that, or covering it with assists. So definitely use the level up full screen. It works, trust me. So the next thing is his 5M. So 5M is basically his round start move. So when the match starts just like this is like legit. Since Gogeta's 5M is like super fast, this is actually like legit. And you know, of course, even when the match finna start, you can just go into something like that, or on hit. See, it's real flexible, like how you do the 5M, or you could just not do the 5S part and just go into that. You know, whatever you want to do. And then they probably explode because you did a 5M starter. Or as Bum say, shout out to Bum, a medium starter. So 5M is mainly used, at least from what I've seen and what I played, just on round start or in block strings. So the next thing is his Lariat. So, you know, as y'all know, this move here, you know, it goes through projectiles. That's the light version, medium version, and of course the EX version. So now the problem with this move, as you can see, like full screen, I done played people that they try to dash, you know, and then get into it, get into that range where it'll connect. But a lot of times people make it too obvious that they trying to get in range, like you trying to itch forward like this, and you know it's obvious that the Gogeta player is trying to get in range to do this, and even then the range is still bad. So a lot of times, like I done caught Gogeta players, I do something like this and then backdash, and then they get punished because they trying to dash and kind of like preemptively assume you're about to do a projectile again to punish you. So a lot of times I see dudes don't do it on reaction. They trying to assume, they trying to do it preemptively and assuming that you're going to throw another projectile afterwards. So that is kind of, so far I haven't found too much use for it. You know, I guess maybe in this range you can kind of play it off and then go into that and then call your assist just to cover you just in case. And this is also his B assist. Now his B assist works better because you kind of floating around in neutral, whatever the case may be, and then you just click a button and his assist come out. So that's a bit better. So next thing is I gotta actually switch characters for this. I should have did that beforehand, but please forgive me. Next thing would be his level 1 and his level 3. So his level 1 and level 3, and of course his level 7 too, they can actually punish beams, grounded beams as well, but I always use UI as an example because I hate UI and everybody use UI, so this will work against him. So y'all know UI players love using this move. So you can do something like this. I would mess it up to punish the beam, or you can do level 3, because level 3, the range on the level 3 itself, you see how much ground it covers, you able to freely punish him. Same goes for his level 7. Let me see, do I have level 7 on? Yeah, so his level 7 covers a lot of ground. You see how much area basically the level 7 covers. So his level 7 and level 3 and level 1. And this goes for GT, you know, Cell players, Broly players too. Gotenks, anybody with a beam basically. If you know they gonna do it, you got enough time to see like, oh, they did a beam, let me go ahead and do level 1. So you got enough time to see it, then try to, you know, punish accordingly. So the next thing, and I think it's the last thing, is his overhead kick. So this move here. So in neutral, you can't make it too obvious, because if you use it by itself, you can get 2H'd. I would mess it up. So you can get 2H for it. But the good thing is, and let me just have, oh, I can't do it because I ain't switch out Broly. Let me see. Like for example, if in combination with his little super jump, oh, I would mess it up. In combination with that, like if Broly's shooting as high as he can go, you can actually kind of wiggle around and bypass his key blast and then go into the EX kick. And then, like I said earlier, you can go into level 7, level 1, level 3. So, and of course, you can always use his light version or medium version, whatever, you know, you choose to do. And this move has like some ridiculous range to it. So, let me see. I'm gonna have the computer set to jump so y'all can see this. If you use this, just even like this, if you do it in the air, it tracks like so awkwardly, but it does. All his versions do. Even if he wasn't just jumping straight up, it would still kind of have some good tracking behind it. So, you know, and of course you can't make it too obvious. Like if you just kind of floating around in neutral, like I say, you can kind of combine that with this move to get in if they suspect that you're gonna do a super dash or something like that. So raw EX is not a bad choice, but you got to be mindful that they can 2H. And another thing is about the Lariat that I forgot to mention, you can just kind of use it to, you know, navigate around the screen a bit. And of course, even if you like in the corner, you can always just do this to, you know, kind of navigate around the screen, call the assist. And the last thing I forgot to mention about Gogeta 5S that I should have mentioned earlier is, you know, since it's a key blast, you obviously can reflect on reaction. Like, so if somebody try to super dash to you, you actually beat it. So that's actually pretty good to do. And of course you can use his counter. Like if you really got the hard read. I really didn't mention his counter as part of neutral. I guess I can, because, you know, you got people that love to do the edit airs like this. So counter is pretty good for that. Or of course you can just kind of call it, you know, while you're in the air and you got assist cover and you're on the ground or something like that. So that is it, y'all. Thank y'all for listening, and I will say a quick summary of Gogeta's neutral is it's very unconventional. It's not like any other character where you got a beam or at least a key blast or something. He just got a lot of his neutral, to me, is kind of revolves around a lot of patience, little psychological stuff, kind of baiting and stuff like that with the level up. So, and you gotta have patience. You really gotta have patience with him, because his neutral, you know, everybody suspect Gogeta to super dash because he don't have no key blast or a way to get in. And it's always good to have a right assist with him too. Like for my team, I got a C assist beam and, you know, Broly A assist. So, you know, when I'm doing level up, I can use that to cover me, help me get in and things like that. So, you know, make sure whatever team y'all have with them, they at least got some kind of neutral assist. Because by itself, if you ain't got the patience of a saint, you out of there. You need that patience for him. So that's all. Thank y'all for listening. Hope the video wasn't too long. I tried to explain it the best I can. So I'll see y'all around. Y'all take care and wear your mask. Peace.